scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down no bangles. Without a Kango.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground, Etienne, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 71 yards. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Lawrence. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Another run here with Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Montgomery. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and it'll be a turnover on down. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Olave, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate.
And this throw will be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
On play action, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They go play action with Lawrence. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Jaguars at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. He completes it to Olave. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school? That possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality? He's got a man, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Montgomery. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
And he's got room. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Montgomery. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Montgomery. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball.
And this is taken in at the 5.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Back to throw. Montgomery.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Draw play, ETN. That one a first down pickup of 8. That's complete to Slayton. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up, because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats will take over here just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Jaguars take over first down 10 at their own.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, and
he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point by Nagar is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
156 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA.
Second and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
Got a man, Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Again, it's Lawrence.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence
Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
Nagar's kick is good.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he goes out right around the 39.
169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Dobbins trying the left side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Montgomery going deep downfield for Ross.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Patriots are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. The Pats at the line ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the turf, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the phone.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the turf, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of phone.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy.
from the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby to make the line. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh, then the juke move. Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given